I was originally going to make a different video, but I'm just so excited about this anime that I just had to put this out. Shonen Jump is arguably the king of manga. They've managed to bring in so many new people into the anime manga world with their titles like One Punch Man, My Hero Academia, The Big Three, that honestly, they carry the anime industry on their back. And while you can argue that most of their shows are mid and honestly not that good, every time that Shonen Jump puts out a new anime or a new manga, it has almost like a seal of approval. And Shonen Jump has extended its reach so far and made so many good battle anime that the battle action anime genre has been dubbed the shonen genre. It would be an understatement to say that I love shonen. Shonen anime brought me into the medium, and it's always gonna have a place in my heart. In fact, most of my anime merch comes from Shonen Jump anime. So, boy, am I excited to tell you guys about the new Shonen Jump anime. If you aren't watching Jujutsu Kaisen, what are you doing? This anime is on par with Demon Slayer with its internet breakability. I'm just waiting for that to happen. Jujutsu Kaisen clearly follows the principle of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It clearly has inspiration from popular shonen anime like Naruto, and it's honestly doing pretty well. You see, Jujutsu Kaisen manages to put its own unique spin on the already perfected battle shonen genre. And to top it all off, I believe this will break the internet like episode 19 of Demon Slayer did, because Studio Mappa's animation of it has been phenomenal. Also, to properly prepare for this video, I did read a little bit of the manga, just so that I wouldn't make any big claims saying this is going to be the next big thing when the future manga chapters are bad, but I can guarantee that the anime is going in a promising direction, and also there will be no manga spoilers in this video. Jujutsu Kaisen follows Itadori Yuji's adventure as he seeks out all 20 of Sukana's fingers. It starts out when Yuji accidentally gobbles up one of the fingers in a last-ditch effort to defeat a cursed monster. By consuming the finger, Yuji brought the demon Sukuna into his body in a Naruto Kurama type way, and he can even call on Sukuna to help him in desperate situations. And unlike any normal person, Yuji has a strong enough will to fight off Sukana's murderous intent, meaning that he can basically control the demon. This unique talent catches the eye of Satoru Gojo, a Jujutsu sorcerer and teacher at the Tokyo Jujutsu High School. Gojo is literally upside down Kakashi, but we'll look past that. Gojo decides to enroll Yuji at the high school and use him as a way to take down the demon Sukuna forever. You see, if Yuji ate all 20 of Sukuna's fingers and then died, he would be also removing the demon from the world. It's here that I believe that Jujutsu Kaisen kind of strays off the normal Shonen Jump path, where victory in a normal shonen means becoming the Hokage or a pro hero. Victory in Jujutsu Kaisen means the protagonist dying, but our protagonist doesn't seem bothered by the fact that his death will be coming at the end of the series. Yuji has a strong drive to make sure that everyone gets to live out a full life, and he sees it that his death is just a necessary part in protecting people that would otherwise be dying to a stoppable cause. And the idea of death and what it means to live a full life is very present throughout all of Jujutsu Kaisen. And this is what I think is so great about Jujutsu Kaisen. It manages to keep that shonen feel while still following a different storyline than your average day-to-day shonen anime. And even though death is a big element in Jujutsu Kaisen, the mood is oftentimes pretty light due to it having some fantastic comedy. In my opinion, the comedy in Jujutsu Kaisen is pretty on par with the comedy in like One Punch Man. I say this because it manages to break the serious mood of the situation and just give the viewers a little bit of a rest from what is a pretty disastrous situation. But by far, my favorite element of Jujutsu Kaisen has to be the dynamic between Sukuna and Yuji. You see, Sukuna is driven to kill. He doesn't really have any morals, and Yuji is the exact opposite of that. You can see Yuji more as like a Tanjiro figure, where he is very kind-hearted and wants to ensure that everyone lives out their full life, whereas Sukuna just wants to kill for the fun of it. And the fact is, these two foil characters are tied up in the same body. So we get to see a lot of interesting interactions between them. For example, one time Yuji's in a fight and he needs Sukuna's help, but Sukuna, not really caring what happens, just says, "No, I'll skip this one." This dynamic between Sukuna and Yuji has an eerie resemblance to the dynamic between Kurama and Naruto in the early episodes of Naruto, where Naruto's calling on Kurama's power, and Kurama sometimes lends it, and sometimes could care less. Now, this does offer the question, will Sukuna and Yuji befriend each other? While I personally believe that they will eventually team up to defeat a greater evil, I still feel like Yuji may die in the end of the story. Theories aside, it's gonna be very interesting and fun to watch this dynamic grow accustomed to each other. My one complaint is that side characters haven't really had their time to shine. Even though I'm only about 44 chapters into the manga, I still think that they could be using the side characters a little bit more, but hey, it's a shonen, so the side characters will probably get their time in the spotlight eventually. But with that said, I'm getting some major Team 7 vibes from the 3 first years at the Jujutsu Academy and Gojo Sensei. And honestly, the cherry on top of all this amazing character and story has to be the banger opening and closing. When I sit down to watch Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm watching every second of it. I'm watching everything that comes before the opening. I'm watching the opening, I'm watching all the stuff in the middle, I'm watching the ending, and I'm watching everything after the ending. Just because the opening and the ending are so worth it. And every second of the anime, even if it's just like a dialogue scene, is pretty good because Studio Mappa manages to add character to these characters when they're just talking. Overall, I have a feeling that this anime has some big 3 potential. While I don't see it being as big as My Hero Academia, I still feel it being a pretty influential shonen anime for this new generation of upcoming weebs. With that said, this anime is still pretty early on in its development, and a lot of stuff could change. But I have faith that this anime is going to become something big. And that wraps it up. I'm really excited to watch Jujutsu Kaisen and its fanbase grow, and honestly, I feel like this could be a big new anime. Anyways guys, thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, and I'm sorry I haven't posted that regularly, but starting with this video, I'm going to try to be getting out weekly posts. So until next time, see you guys then.